Hi guys, it's Max here with dartsreviews.tv in association with dartsplanet.tv. We got some Florian Hempel darts from Winmau for you today. Really nice looking dart, obviously a fantastic darts player. What we'll do is we'll go and head on over to the table and have a closer look. Okay, we're over at the table. We've got some Winmau darts. We've got the Florian Hempel. These are 90% tungsten. Really bright, vibrant German logo there sticking out from behind the image of Hempel. Big window showing the three barrels and some like little slots showing the stems in there. We've got the 25-gram version. There's some Winmau branding at the top and at the bottom. Over at the back, we got some write-up here about Florian Hempel himself. Image of him giving a big shout. And these are 90% tungsten content, precision engineered. It has a dynamic grip and they are match weighted to 0.05 grams. Safety information as always, and obviously the Winmau branding. Let's get the darts out, have a closer look. Like most of their darts, comes in this like EVA foam insert with their logo etched in, doing everything it needs to, holding everything secure. You've got these beautiful German coloured Florian Hempel flights. They are metallic, so they really sort of glisten. You've got the red, and I'd say it's like a gunmetal grey top, but it sort of gives it almost like a bluish tip. But these are obviously the vector stems, and then you've got the three barrels held in this point protector. So let's get one out, have a closer look. The front we have this standard matte black coated point going into this, I'd say, medium to long conical nose here. It's more tapered than a ball nose, so yeah, definitely conical. Before we go into this staggered wide, narrow, wide ring grip, all separated by the red and white grooves. The grooves in between each section are slightly wider than the ones between the rings, but yeah, offers quite a unique section. There's three of those staggered rings there before you go into the Winmau etched middle section, and then you go into this extra milled, so lateral and radial grooved rings. Each ring itself is slightly tapering down to the front. The lateral grooves are evenly spaced by their own width, so it's almost like a zigzag going all the way around the dart. It's quite grippy, especially with the lateral cuts. I'd say that's just over half the dart almost, before going into this small tapered section that will go into the stem. So yeah, this extra milled section here really is grippy. I'm barely putting pressure on, and I can feel my thumb catching on that. Obviously, I'm not a massive grippy dart thrower, so I can definitely feel the difference between this and this almost standard ring grip section that's staggered between a slightly wider, then a narrow, and then another slightly wider one, but they are different to the front, so they are all different sizes. They are square cut, so you can feel the edges, and the wider sections my fingers are starting to slip into. So for a front gripper, yep, that's going to offer just the right amount of grip to get a nice sort of even release. This really grippy section at the back is definitely going to favour those that like a grippy dart. The width for these are 6.45 millimeters at the widest point, and they are 50.8 millimeters long. So quite a longish sort of barrel, but obviously they do come with those shorter vector stems, which will off balance that. Yeah, definitely feels interesting. So what I think we'll do is we'll get a flight and a stem on this, and we'll go and have a throw. Okay, so we're over in the dart room, and we got the Winmau Florian Hempel darts. Nice looking dart, fairly grippy section at the back with a standard sort of ring at the front, and it's got a nice conical nose as well. I'm going to have a couple of throws just so I can get used to them before going into the practice routine. I might have to loosen up my grip just a little bit because those extra radial and lateral grooves really do add an extra element of grip. So let's see how we get on. Well, a little bit of a wobble through the air. Just a 45, definitely catching on my thumb a little bit. It doesn't feel sharp, but it's definitely sinking into those grooves really tightly. "55".
Might need just one more throw. I'm slowly zeroing in on how to grip these ones better. There we go, a nice ton 40 and a bit of tight grouping. That's what we like to see. Definitely made the adjustment, ending up with a ton 40. So I think we can go straight into our 201 practice routine. Game on. Pulled that one. Or 85. A little bit wild on that last start. 116 left to get. Oh, just on the inside. 112 scored. We've just got 4 left to get. And there we go, in 2 darts. More than happy with that. Very unlucky not to get that 116 checkout, but considering they're quite a grippy dart, I'm more than happy with how I done. So let's go have a final thought. I think I done really well. I had a bit of double trouble. I could have done it in less than 6 darts, but I'm more than happy to do it in 8 darts, especially as it is quite a grippy sort of dart, especially on that back area where I was holding. With all that extra milling giving you the lateral and radial grooves, your finger and thumb really sort of grip around that almost checkered feel of the ring and lateral grooves in there. Weights on this are 23 and 25 gram. Not a massive range to choose from, but it's something for most people, and it's dead around the median for what weights most people are going for. Grip rating, I'm going to give a 3.5. Like I said, your finger and thumb really do seep into those radial grooves and the lateral grooves, giving almost, like I said, a checkered sort of feel to it. And obviously with the taper, it adds all that sort of extra without putting more effort to get the dart to the board. Price point is £53.95. It's a player's dart and it's 90% tungsten, so I'd say that's about average, especially at today's market. It's not completely going to break the bank, so it's not something you're sort of like too upset about selling on if it's something you don't get on with. If you've got a set of these, or you're looking at getting a set, or maybe you've had a throw and you've got any questions or anything, head on down to the comment section. I myself tried to get back to you, and obviously other players that have got a set could even answer the questions as well. Make sure you head on over to dartsreviews.tv and dartsplanet.tv. Articles and reviews on there, something for everyone. And make sure you tick subscribe and tick the notification bell. Lots of reviews coming up in the future, and as always, come back, check us out again soon. Bye.